Hello and welcome. So yesterday I was watching Band of Brothers with my girlfriend, and then I remembered that I never did a video on one of the games that I love like to death, basically. And that game, of course, is gonna be Hell Let Loose. So I'm just gonna roll the intro, and I'm probably gonna talk over the videos because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna have a full round recorded for you that's gonna be any good. But if you want to see that, I may play more of that because my actual PC currently, because the new PC is still not here, and it's got fucking postponed to like March now, and I'm so pissed off. But if you want to see some like gameplay footage, an actual like whole match, you just tell me in the comments and I can do that. But today we're just gonna talk about the game itself. So let's roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy.
So what you just heard right there was the sound of Stalingrad in the game Hell Let Loose. Now, if you are a World War II nerd, you probably already know about this game, because it's fucking awesome. But if you're not, this game is still fucking awesome. So first off, let me explain what this game actually is. So this game is set in World War II era. You can play as the Russians, as the Germans, and as the Yankees currently. The Russian mode is fairly new. So this game is not a single player game. This game is a large scale combined arms game with 50 players on each side. So two sides are fighting over objectives on huge maps that are basically made after real life locations. So you can play as USA or the Germans on Omaha Beach or Normandy, or you can play as Russians on Stalingrad, or you can be a German on Stalingrad. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have two teams and both teams are competing over the same points. So it's basically a kind of capture the points and hold the points game, but it's a bit different and you gotta play it to understand it. This is not gonna be a video about that. What you have in this game is teams that are split into squads, and all of those squads will serve a different purpose. So main squads are going to be, of course, the infantry squads, but you also do have tank squads, and you also have a commander that is going to lead the team. The commander is responsible for resources. I'm not going to talk about those because like this is not a tutorial video. I could if you want me to, because this game has a lot of depth and it is simply amazing. The only thing that I'm gonna say about the commander role is that he is the only guy that is responsible for the resources, and that he is going to be able to spawn tanks for the team, or do airdrops, or do supply runs, or just like do bombing runs, just call in an airstrike or an artillery strike. And the rest of the team is there to fight and to listen to the commander, of course. But if you're trying to compare this game to any other game such as Battlefield or anything like that, you are wrong, because Battlefield is trash. Because Battlefield is just an over-the-top arcade game, and everything in it is so unrealistic that it makes me puke. But this game is, yeah, this is an arcade game, but it is an arcadey tactical shooter. And it falls somewhere in between Ready or Not and Squad. If you haven't played those games, I think I have reviewed both on my channel and both are amazing. But this game like falls right in between. It is somewhat hardcore because a single shot can kill you, but it can have a faster pace than games like Ready or Not. Now, I was playing at the lowest settings because my OBS kept on fucking up with the highest settings, and it just looked like like a slideshow. And yeah, so don't judge on the looks, because it can look a lot better, even though even like this it looks really good. So yes, this game has the looks going for it. On top of that, the gameplay and the gunplay in this game is just amazing, and it is comparable to Tarkov, even though you don't play Tarkov, because like why would you, because Tarkov is just like trash and boring. But the immersion that this game delivers is just amazing. No other game will make you palms sweat and make you hold down to your dear life while you're trying to defend a point that's getting swarmed by the enemy team, while you're getting shelled by the enemy tanks, or maybe a commander just called in a bombing run on your position, and yeah, you know that you're fucked, but you're trying to survive. No other game can do this to you currently on the market. And the only way that you're gonna win a round is if you communicate with your team. And it doesn't matter if you're a good sniper, if you are a good tank driver or gunner. The only thing that matters in this game is communication with your team and your positioning, of course. But if you have good communication with your team and your commander, you will win a match, or 2, or maybe 10. If you don't communicate with your team, and if you do not do things that you're instructed to do, you will lose, and that's how it is. Now, with that said, every game has its issues. The biggest downside of this game is, yeah, there are a bunch of servers, and most of the servers are just like filled with people that like play the game casually and never use their microphone. Or maybe not even have a microphone, even though they're cheap right now, and like I think that every household should have one. But there is a lot of hardcore servers which you can play on, and those servers really don't appreciate people without microphones, and they're just gonna kick everybody without the microphone. So like there is simply no reason playing this game if you are not gonna communicate. Now, the communication is set up like this. The commander communicates to the squad leaders of the whole team. So the whole team has a bunch of squads, and it has squad leaders. The tank squads have 3 crewmen, one of which is the driver, the second one is going to be the gunner, and the third one is going to be the commander, or the tank commander. The tank commander communicates with the other squad leaders and tells the whole crew where to go and what to shoot at. So he is the one that is responsible for target prioritization. The infantry squads have like roles that serve different purposes. So of course you have an officer that's going to be the squad leader, you have a medic, you have a support role that is going to drop you supplies, you have a rifleman that only carries a rifle and some ammo, you have an AT guy or the anti-tank guy, you have an engineer that's going to build stuff, you have an MG class or an assault class, and a bunch of different roles that are going to serve a different purpose for the infantry squads. Now, on the other hand, you have recon squads that just have 2 guys, one of which is going to be the squad leader or the target designator, the other one is going to be the sniper. You can have maximum 2 snipers per team, so this game is not going to be like Battlefield where everybody is just going to snipe each other from across the map. No. This is a fast-paced game, and it is somewhat skill-based, but your main skill is of course going to be the communication, as I said before. As for the tanks, you have all of the tanks that we know and love from World War II, so like Shermans, Stuarts, T-34s on the Russian side, and the IS-2s, and of course on the German side you have the Pumas, the Tigers, and the Panzer IVs. So yeah, this game has it all covered. Now, of course, you can also be an engineer and just drop and like build with the help of your supply officers or your commander. You can build anti-tank stationary guns that are gonna be there to support the team. Also, if you're gonna be an infantry team, you can also sit in your spawn and just sit on the artillery cannons and communicate with your other squads and just hit the targets that the other squads are calling out. Now, this game is really big on resources, and as an engineer and as the supply guy, you will be asked to build supply nodes across the map so your team can get more supplies or more points that they're gonna use for, I don't know, airdrops or artillery rounds or whatever. Because even if you are winning a game and you're like conquered the whole map, if you don't have enough resources to spawn tanks or to have supply drops, then you're gonna lose what you gained in an instant, basically. Now, on the topic of the game mechanics, the last thing I should cover is the respawn system. So once you get killed, you can call a medic, or you can just wait for a medic, or you can respawn on one of the OPs or forward outposts that your squad has made, or on some of the garrisons that your team has made for all of you to spawn on. So your squad can only spawn on your OPs and the whole teams can spawn on garrisons. Those spawn points are like side objectives. You need to defend those if they are getting attacked, or you need to attack those if you spot an enemy garrison or an enemy OP. And the best thing about this game is that it is currently sold for $27 on Steam. It's like 33% discount. I just saw the price. Also, I have to state that this is not a sponsored video. Of course, why would they sponsor me to make a video on them? This is just a game that I really love and I do play occasionally because my main thing is, of course, Star Citizen. But like, since I can't play Star Citizen right now, I am playing more and more of this game. Now, even if you're not a World War II nerd like I am, and even if you're not into like games like this, because maybe you are more into like Battlefield or something like that, I think that you should try this game. You should give it a go, because this game can it can be so fucking good if you play it with right people or on a right server. And if you are a Star Citizen nut like I am, you will love this game, because this game is really immersive and this game has a lot of replay value. So with all that said, I think that you should try the game, just like give it a go. It's really cheap. Like if you're a Star Citizen player, it costs less than the cheapest ship in the game, basically. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons that are supporting the channel. You guys are amazing. If you want to become a patron, there's going to be a link down in the info section of the video. Also, you can join the channel by clicking on the join button. And of course, as always, thank you to the guys that were super liking my previous videos, super chatting or whatever. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I love you. And in the end, thank you for watching. And don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling through space or through the rough terrain of Stalingrad, for that matter. So thank you. Love you. Bye. Mwah.